Hi YouTube, how is everybody? Today is Sunday the 18th of June 2017. My name's Jan Silver if you've only just joined me, and I've been video logging my journey to and beyond the gastric bypass, which I had at the Berkshire Independent 13 and a half weeks ago now. I'm 4 stone down. That's freaking amazeballs, and yeah, everything's okay apart from the old barnet. So I think last time I saw you, I did a video on Friday before I went to Jamie's funeral, and for all of those that sent me wonderful, lovely messages, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It meant an awful lot, and I did do a good job, I admit. Howie's laying here having a little sunbathe, as you can see, and he's said he was really proud of me. I actually held it together. Lisa didn't stand with me, I understand that. She sat down with Leanne and Andy. Howie and I were on our own little pew, and it went better than expected, actually. I think once I got up there, you kind of go, well, what am I nervous about? You know, this is for Jamie at the end of the day, and I know his mum and dad were extremely grateful, so it just went really well.
You did awesome.
Oh, thank you, darling. So yeah, that was really good. I didn't do any of the things that I was scared of doing, which was breaking down in ugly crying fit mode. I was scared of fumbling my words. I was scared of, snotting, crying, and then you got snot hanging and everybody seeing it. I thought, oh my God, how embarrassing that's going to be. Although Jamie would have been up there pissing his pants because he would have found that truly amazing. The fact I wore a pink dress, pink just isn't my colour. It all went really well. And I'm not sure, I don't think I did tell you guys, but Jamie was a massive Doctor Who fan, and he actually is going to his resting place in a TARDIS. I will possibly put one of the pictures I took up of his coffin, which is just amazing. He had, over the years, because he's a proper fanatic, he would go to Doctor Who conventions and things like that, and he had collected Doctor Who actual outfits that were worn by the actors in the programme. So there were 3 of those at the beginning in the church, which was great. Which his brothers worked really hard to complete these outfits for Jamie. Even now, he's still finding different bits for him. So it was a beautiful day, if I can say that. It was a really fitting send-off for my friend, and yeah, it went well. I had a glass of wine before I went to the church. We stopped at a pub which was opposite the church. We were able to park there, and I'm not actually ashamed of that at all. I thought, no, I'll have a bit of Dutch courage. So I had a glass of wine, and then I had 2 when we went back to the wake. I had a couple more there. I ate hardly anything that day, actually, but I think that's understandable under the circumstances. And then obviously we went away yesterday, so we went to Milton Keynes. My sister and her husband have just bought a caravan. Now, it's not for touring, it is for him to stay in while he's working there, but we figured we'd go and pitch up on the touring site and spend the evening. So we were able to do them a little barbecue from Aggie last night, who is there in the background, as you can see, my Aggie on the driveway. So yeah, it was really pleasant, actually. Massive pitch. I know Pinky Roche's away touring Europe at the moment, so I'm slightly envious of that and wondering how you're going. But that brings me on to the thing that her and I are Instagramming and upset about, which is the hair. Now, I know it was totally expected to lose your hair. It's part and parcel of a gastric bypass, but nobody can really prepare you. As I've said before, at the moment it's coming out evenly, but I think, even today I did say to Howie, I was really upset in the shower because there was handfuls, and I saw your picture, Pinky Roche, of your hairbrush, and mine's getting that way. So yes, I'm fortunate because I've got an awful lot of hair, but I can feel a difference. And you just kind of wonder, I wonder how far it will go. I wonder if I'll get little bald patches, so I may have said it very fleetingly last week that maybe I'll have to cut my hair short. Maybe I will, because I certainly won't want to walk around with rat's tails, really thin little. So we're just going to play it by ear. I'm just going to see how I go. But I am really upset about it. I can't. Yeah, as somebody had put on a Facebook group, I think they're also losing their hair, and then a man said, oh, it'll grow back. I think you haven't got a bloody clue, mate. Of course it will grow back, and we know that, and we know to expect it, and thanks if that's meant to be a support and it's meant to be encouragement. I know it's going to grow back, but it doesn't help the here and now that I might lose bald patches. Completely different, as you can see from my husband's hair.
Yes, once it started going,
or lack of it.
yes, the biotin didn't work for me.
So I certainly don't want to become a twin of my husband's. No, sorry. So anyway, I joke about it, but actually it's a serious matter, and it is something that, you know, we're perhaps not. I don't think it happens to everybody. I just think, you know, and my weight's been coming off steadily, so it's obvious why it's happening. And today I've got a really, really itchy scalp, and I'm not sure if that's to do with my hair follicles or whether it's the heat. It's really hot. It's like 32 degrees, I think, today. We've just got back from Milton Keynes. It was only like a 2-hour drive up the motorway, so that was nothing. And we're chilling in the garden and possibly going to get a takeaway. So food-wise this weekend, been a bit rubbish. I had porridge, obviously, my normal porridge in the mornings. And then for lunch yesterday, we had a sandwich. I had some tiger bread with cheese and onion in it. I had a small amount compared to what I would have had prior to surgery. And then for tea we did the barbecue, which I couldn't eat. You know, it was one of those days where my restriction was really, really high. Either my restriction was really high, or you take a bite of a bit of the bread and burger, or what else do we have? Sausage or something, and coleslaw, and it just didn't feel right, so I didn't end up eating. I had a couple of glasses of wine, and I drank lots of squash. Obviously in this weather you're going to need to keep your fluids up. So, and then today I've had a children's roast dinner in a pub, which was okay, but again I only really ate the meat and the cauliflower cheese, so I've had very little, so no wonder the weight is still coming off. You know, that's completely, I'm not wondering about it. It's no wonder, because you're eating such a small amount. But then some days my restriction's not really there and I feel I can eat quite a lot, so it's definitely an odd one. You can't tell from one day to another. Sorry about the moving iPad today, but I'm outside scratching my head, worrying about my hair, but hey ho. I hadn't spoken to you since Friday morning, so I thought I'd come on and say a quick hi. I hope you're all really well. Hannah, I hope you're recovering well. Liz, Mandy, Rachel, everybody. I'm seeing Tatty tomorrow, another girl that lives fairly close to me. We're walking up in Snellsmore Common. She couldn't join our weight loss sisters the other week, so last week. So I'm going to meet her tomorrow, which will be nice. Hopefully the weather will be much the same, and she's going to bring a picnic for her little boy, which will be nice. And we can have a little walk and a natter while we're going. So that's about me for today. I will no doubt come at you again tomorrow. I hope everybody else is doing really, really well and enjoying the sunshine. It is beautiful. I have to be honest, really beautiful. Hope I don't lose any more hair, and we'll have to watch it, you see. We'll have to look at my hairline. Maybe I should measure it, really. And we can kind of see if my forehead starts getting bigger. Yeah, and then if I end up with a big bald patch there, I'll look like a mad professor. Oh my god. I think I'll do a Sigourney Weaver, babe.
I think you should.
We could be twinnies, Mr. and Mrs. Baldhead. Anyway, bye to everybody. If you haven't already, click like and subscribe. Please leave me any questions you'd like to know. I'm happy to answer anything. I'm happy to get back to people. There was one girl that sent me a message on Instagram, and I must apologise. I can't remember what her name is now. I'll try and remember to mention her and do a shout out, because I feel really bad that actually I clicked on a message, only got it yesterday, and it was sent in May, and I feel really bad because I try and answer everybody's, you know, I generally try and acknowledge that somebody's messaged me or written a comment or something like that. So I felt really terrible that this poor girl was telling me she was having surgery in May and I only answered her yesterday. So I really apologise for that. I'm not quite sure what goes on with my Instagram. Sometimes I just don't get the messages. So anyway, enjoy your day. Lots of love to you all. Bye.